Hello and welcome back to Factor Y. In our last episode, we built this assembly making the rocket launch pads and the landing zones. And I also had a conversation with Martin after the episode about this stuff and what's kind of next or how this works a little bit. And he gave me a couple things to do. First thing was to re-enable the tutorial, because the tutorial tells us to place a launch pad. And this is where the tutorial picks back up, if you remember the tutorial, where the tutorial left off from like episode 2 or whatever it was when we got to that point. So we're of course automating the launch pads now. I don't know if we have any yet or not. You can see we have one. Excellent. And we also have one landing zone. But he also told me one other thing too. And that is we do actually need colonizer ships. The colonizer ship does two things. The first thing it does is allows you to start building on a planet. It's your first ship you send to a planet, because colonizer ships can land on a planet or moon without a landing zone. Otherwise, you have to have a landing zone in order to send cargo back and forth. So we need to build that launch pad, and then we need to get a colonizer ship going before we can move on from there. So let's go here and let's change this recipe, wherever that ship recipe is, to the colonizer. And we looked at these in ages past, last episode or the one before. Ships, computers, and motors, 100, 130, and the colonizer ship is this one, and it's also chip, computers, and motors, but it's 1,000 of each. But since we only need one per destination, as far as I understand it, that's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We can do those kind of as a one-off kind of a thing. And just by toggling the recipe in this final building, letting it take however long it takes, and then doing that. So let's get this all hooked up. We'll feed all that stuff into this, if I remember what the plan was here, and then we can get this thing fired up and get moving. So let's duplicate this down here, because we're going to need a little bit more space with influencers. And then we needed to, let's see, we have the motors. We were only making one motor build. I think everything is built. I think we took everything else down, right? Yes. So we're only going to do one motor build, and then we're going to do, and we probably could actually use more with the colonizer, but it's not that worth it, I don't think. So that's feeding in here. We have that, unless we wanted to speed this up, of course. We have then the computers coming out of here. This was copper coming in, I think, and this was computers coming out. And then this one here is these coming in, which is chips. But we're also splitting some of the chips to go down here into this. And then we have two other things coming into here, which are going to be iron and cable, I guess. Let's see. Copper comes into these, gets fed into this. That's got to be fast, so that's got to be close. The other thing, because there's two... Let's see. Copper is... Let's just mouse over, Wally. One copper plate every 512. Chips are 2 chips every 1024, so that's 1 every 512. Wire is going to be direct inserted. Cable is 1 every 1024, so that can be a longer inserter. And then the... iron plate is 2 every 1024, so that's 1 every 512. So really, I could do any of this I wanted, but I definitely want to have cable be on one of these outer 2 belts. So I think we were going to do iron and cable on this pair. And then, because we have chips here, and then we have copper coming in across here. So let's get this all hooked up and get moving, because I've wasted enough time. Let's do a couple of inputs here. That'll be for these 2 items coming from this direction. One of them being the no, let's do it there instead. One of them being the computers, and the other one being the chips. We'll have to have a crossing there for those, but that'll be fine. Let's do this, and then I think that's it. Wait, we'll have to have a crossing here, because this will be where the... No, wait. I was putting copper on one of these lines. Yeah, I need to put copper on one of these lines. Because we just need to have one copper every 512. Because we were swapping when we hit the copper and then the iron or whatever. So we'll put the iron in up here, I think. Yeah, I think so. Okay. This is iron coming in here. This is iron coming in here. This is copper here. There's a crossing that goes in here to bring the cable up. Don't need all of this shenanigans over here. And then there's copper that comes in down here. Is this how I want everything positioned? Possibly. The spacing is okay. I could tighten this up, I suppose. If I wanted to. These are all good. Yeah, I think this is fine. And then at some point, somehow, somewhere, a belt comes out of this with presumably the ships on it. Because they got to get taken, I assume, to a launch pad, but we'll see how that works. So we bring down you, and we don't need stone, but we do need copper. So we bring down the copper, we bring down the iron. Copper and iron is all we need for this whole build, and you can tell that by mousing over this, and it tells you only needing copper and iron plates. Excellent. So here we bring in copper first, iron here, copper there. So I need splitters for those. Iron here, copper there, which means that we need, of course, a crossing as well for the copper to cross the iron. That'll go this way and this way. Now we can do mark ones there. And there. Okay. That should take care of the motors. And then we continue. I can't draw straight lines. No direct inserts on this. We continue. The first direct insert here comes from this one. And this is iron, we decided, I think. That there. I have to do all kinds of inserters here, but that's okay. We'll do that if we get all the belts hooked up, I think. This continues. This continues. And then that's the output. That's the... Yeah, okay. This one here is the split for chips. This one here is going to be where the... Oh, this is opposite day. This needs to be that. And this, because we need to have the cable coming in here first, and then the copper comes in down here. So this is copper. Nope, stay on that one. There. And then this one is iron. Guess I could have grabbed that one. Iron there, and then copper here. Uh-oh. 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 Let's do something here. Let's take this whole thing here. Delete. Shift the whole thing down by 1. And then move this back up by 1. There we go. You go here. You go there and there. Iron. No, copper. Continue here. Well, iron needs to continue too, I think, right? No, actually it doesn't. Yet. For now. I will put that in. I'm just going to go ahead and put this in here. We're going to split the copper there. This will come down. And I'm going to go ahead and split the copper again. With the crossing for the iron. Just for whatever reasons. And that should be everything. And then we need inserter arms. So we have 1 copper every 512 here. 2 wire out every 512, so mark 1s are fine both in and out on these. We'll do them in pairs just for variety here. Like this. And then this makes one cable every 1024, so that can also be a slow guy out. These are the same as before. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. These should have a space here. That means you get moved back up again. Alright. There we go. And this can go here. These go here, here, and here. Here and here. And then you need iron in at a rate of 1 every 256. So we're good with slow guys here. And then you need to have chips out at a rate of 1 every 256. So we need long inserters Mark II. Here. And that should be good, because those will have a full swing every 128 times 2, which is 256. Alright. Onward and upward. Those go into there and there. We should have cable coming. I see one right there. They all producing, I hope. Those will fill into this belt. So the chips, we need to have one. We need to have 2 every 1024, so that's 1 every 256. That'll be here and here. Or sorry, 1 every 512. 2 every 1024. 1 every 512. Not there. Not there. There. There and there and there. Yes. Copper needs 1 every 512, so that could be a slow long arm, because those speed are 255. So that can be here, 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 here. These belts all need to be extended. I'm just going to go all the way to the end for reasons. We need to cross again there, cross again there. And then these will need to do slow arms in opposite directions, like this, that, this, and that. You also need a cable. 1 cable every 1024. That's fine for a slow one as well. Do those in the middle. And then you also need iron. You need 2 every 1024, so that's fine to be a slow one as well. We'll do here, there, there. And then your output is 1 computer every 1024, so we'll do a long slow this way. There, there, and there. And that should do it for those things. And then this is going to need to pick up 1, 2, 3, 4 computers every 1024. So that's 1 every 256. So let's say a Mark II arm here for this one. And then you also will need chips. How many chips was it? Was it 1 of these, I think? Oh, crap. Computers needed 4 times 2, which is 8 every 1024. And these produce 1 every 256, which is 4 every 1024. So yes, it's actually 2/3 of this goes this way, and 1/3 goes up. But this is backed up now, so as long as I don't pick up more than 1 every 256, I should be fine. So we're just going to take 1 of these, and we should be fine there. And that should be everything you need, in horrible numbers, but everything you need to make a colonizer ship. And then I'm assuming those need to be belted, but let's go ahead and put down the rocket. And I don't know what we're going to be shipping yet via rocket. Why don't we just put the rocket like over here someplace? Like put down a couple more of these like right in here. And then build a rocket right in the middle of all. We have 3 of them already. Build a rocket right in the middle of all of this. Like there or so. That's not maybe not precise, but maybe close enough. But maybe not close enough. Let's do 1, 2, 3. Oh, it's 7 by 7, isn't it, Martin? Or I'm sorry. Yeah, wait, yeah, 7 by 7. So it's not going to be centered on that spot anyway. Okay. We'll make it as reasonable. All right, there we go. So we made a rocket. We advanced our tutorial. Make a colonizer ship, place it into a launch pad, and use the colonize action to colonize another planet. Space links. Space cargo linking. Link to a landing zone. With this, you can create links between launch pads and landing zones to define cargo ship routes. Okay, and then we have colonize. Click on the planet set as the colonization target. We're going to colonize Jeff. Is that Jeff? I think that's Jeff. Yes, we want to colonize Jeff. Created the colonization request. So now we just have to wait for the colonization or the colony ship to launch or to be done. And while that's being done, missing spaceship. You don't see. So we just need to run a belt. Let's see. I want to know when this one's done, though. Because I don't want to make a bunch of. I would like to just make one. And it's going to take a long time, isn't it? Yes, it is. All right. So while we're waiting on that, let's go to V-Search and see what else we can V-Search. We could do... Nope, that's RT5. Talk to Martin about that one and this one. I don't know if the solution is to take the RT5s off or if the solution is to make it so that they show up red. But either way, there's a pending upgrade coming. Generic modules. Use one module for different input and output items. Interesting. Interesting. More battery power. We could probably do those because we did the RT3 version. No, these are both RT4 versions. Let's do more battery power, more solar power. Yeah, let's do those. Start those researches. We also, or did we finish everything we needed to make? We might have finished everything. We have these, which we don't need to keep over here anymore. Goodbye. The only things we didn't make were these two, I think. Let's see what we got. Belts. We should have all of those except for these two until we get to Mark III belts. We have both of the Mark III arms made. We have this made. We have that made. We've had these made, and the rest of the parts come as may. We have Miners Mark III being made, I'm pretty sure, right? We had those in the last stretch somewhere over here. Right here. Miner Mark III. Yep, we have those. Okay. And then we have, what's next? And then this is rocket fuel, which we don't actually know. Oh, used to power cargo ships. So I'm guessing we don't need it for the, colony ship. But we're going to need to get this made, so we should probably get started on it. We need iron plate, tiny amount, relatively speaking, 8 per 1024. And a crap ton of coal. So we should probably get those going because we'll need those for the cargo ships. And we can work on that next. We have all 4 of those. We have all of this, including those burners Mark III. We could do some power upgrades too. That might not be a bad idea. And then we have those things figured out, and we have all of these things going except for stackers and unstackers. So let's go ahead and select stackers. Belts Mark III, so we can't even use those yet. Yeah, I think Belts Mark III need to be knocked down a tier or something, because they both take Belts Mark III, even though I was able to unlock them before Belts Mark III were unlocked. So I think possibly what'll happen is these will lose their RT5 component, especially because is there another belt, or is that it actually? So maybe not then. Because I'm sure he wants titanium to be on those, to be used to make those, which is why they are where they are. But yeah, I guess so. Okay. So let's do that rocket fuel. So we need coal, which we needed 40 every 1024. Let's go ahead and set up a an assembler for that. That's over here, and wait a minute, no, it's right here. So that's 40 coal every 1024, and 8 iron plates every 1024. So we have plenty of iron plates, I think, still. I don't think we're using all of these. It looks like we're not. So I think we just set this up down here, feed some coal into it, and call it a day. 40 coal every 1024 is 10 every 256. So that's 1 Mark 1 miner, 10 Mark 1 miners every 256. Or 5 Mark 2s, or whatever. However we want to work it out. We have a bit of coal back here. We have a bit of coal over here. Okay. What I should also do with this is do the rod and screw builds right up against it. Because rods are going to produce 1 every 256. And these need 4 every 1024, which is 1 every 256. Same thing with screws, I believe. Been a while since we've made something with screws, I think. They are 1 every 256, and we need 4 every 1024. So that'll be perfect. These can get shifted slightly to go there, maybe. So we'll have an iron belt coming in. We'll have a coal belt coming in. Because I might add more of these. And I think I'm going to use... I think we're going to not use this coal. We could use it, I suppose. I don't know how many of these we're going to need. I could do 2 of them with... I could do one of... Well, I could do one of them at Mark II with Mark II miners. That might be the best thing to do at this point. So maybe we do that instead. Which means I gotta reset the recipes all back up again. Let's see. We're gonna be rods or screws. Doesn't matter which, really. You're gonna be the other one of those. And then you're going to be... this. And then we'll just output over here. Or we could output over there. Maybe I'll output over there. Oh, I don't have to put another influencer down. Although I will anyway if we get to mining. So let's go with 10 Mark IIs. Because we still need 40, but now we need 40 times 2, or every 1024, or 40 every 1024 divided by 2. So we still need 10 miners at the same mark level. We'll go with Mark II miners. We'll go with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and that's perfect. We need another influencer over here, of course. Get that good, and then we can do Mark II belts. Yeah, well, actually, this needs to be a Mark II belt. We'll do Mark II belts like that, and then you can come down, and actually you'll come in from this way. Can't reverse? Oh, you had to place, then reverse. Okay, no problem. I can handle that. I'm going to cross there and come down this way. I'll put a merger in there. Merger this way, and arrow pointed downward. All right. So then you're going to need 40 every 1024 times 2. So it's 80 every 1024. That means we need, divided by 4, that's... Ooh, this isn't going to work. This isn't going to work because we need to be able to have enough inserters here. This is kind of like what we had with something else. These. With the stone here. I need to be able to load how many every 256. I need effectively 10 Mark II inserters on this machine. And we can get that by doing 5 of these, which we still can't accomplish. Okay. Then maybe I change this somewhat. Delete it back there. Maybe I change this somewhat, and instead of doing it this way, in line, I move this out of the way. Yeah, I'm still not sure what I'm doing right there. No, do not exit. Thank you. Have a nice day. Instead, what if we did this type of thing? We could just do it that much, but I think I'm going to do more. Let's go there. Let's go here. Actually, that's still not could be good enough. Let's go here, and we'll do influencer down here anyway. It's fine. Just like that. Like this. And then this belt can come down there. And then what I can do is do a wraparound thing, like this. And then I can still do 5 Mark IIIs. And then we can just do Mark IIs on this and on this, because these are Mark II assemblers, so they gotta be Mark II other things. I'll delete that much. I'll delete... Actually, this goes away completely now, because the output belt's gotta be down here someplace. And this is gonna output 1 every 512, which is fine. You know what? Maybe I don't do it this way then. What instead, what if I do this over here? I do a splitter here instead. Let me do that. And then I can output over here. 1 every 512 is a slow boat. Now, I could double this. You're going to need... slow belt is plenty of iron. This will come down to here. We'll split that. Do this. And there's a reason I put those crossings in there. And that should be fine. Just going to connect this up now. It should be fine. This will back up a little. This will be picking up a little bit more then, which is fine. Where are we at with this load? Oh dear God, it's going to take forever. Excuse me. This can be a slow belt coming out. I'm going to put crossings in here just in case. For all 3 belts. Same thing with this. Crossings in here for all 3 belts. I missed somehow. That can go this way. And then we can come out this way with the ships, whichever ship it is. And this one here, go like this. There comes the first fuels. Okay. And these 2 will both need to go up to the thingy. That is way up over here. We'll do, I don't know, ship and fuel maybe? It's fine. I don't know how much fuel we're going to need. I don't know how this works, so we might have to increase that fuel production. But for now, at least, we have it started. Which is the important part. I did not put an arm on this. I don't know if I should. I'm kind of wanting to keep an eye on it. Did we finish that research? No, we have not finished that research. It's costing 10,000 RT1s. And the RT2s are a little behind, too. They still got a few more to go. We could potentially make more of one or both of those. RT1s are an easy thing to stamp down. All we need is... that's not RT1, that's RT2. RT1s are an easy thing to stamp down. They're over here. Because all we need here is just the iron and coal coming in. And then that, and then they go into a crap ton of labs. The RT2s are fine enough because it took 1,000 of them. The RT3s over here, we could add some more labs. We talked about that at some point. Adding more labs to this to eat through the belt buffer faster. I'm kind of 2 minds on that one, but I think we should. Do that. There and there. And then maybe up here also. Although, yeah, we can double this. That's fine. Almost fine. No. Okay. Do that, and then we'll do this. And then that way we'll have twice as much heat through that. I guess I could have doubled this one too, but it's fine. We'll double it. Who cares? Nope. Control C, Wally. There we go. Alright, so RT3s are done now. RT1s we're still waiting on, but we only have 2,500 left, so that won't take very long. But I'm considering that it could be reasonable just to go ahead and duplicate this. Another large enough patch of iron and copper, iron and coal, or we could go to electric Mark IIs if we wanted to just do iron. We may want to add some more power then if we do that. And we could add power easily, or we could upgrade the power we have easily enough too. The biggest issue is we can't go to Mark IIIs until we have Mark III belts. Otherwise, we have to cut all the builds in half. And I don't really want to do that. We could easily add another Mark II power or station or two here. We could easily get in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And that would be enough for the 13th. So you could easily add in another column like this. Maybe we should just do that. Let's just do that. We have the time. We just do it. And then we're going to that one. This will go up and over. This will go up and meet. Do a merge right there. Five and 4 is 9, 10, 11, 12, and then that one's a short one of 8 out of 9. Yes, it's fine. We take this whole thing here, copy it. I could bring it all right back down here like this if we wanted. Actually, I don't want to do that merge that way. But I can also just put it up here somewhere. That would be fine. Let's do this. Do this just right here. That's fine. And let's change this to be not that, but this. That and that. That way they stay on their they stay on 2 belts, because this one, yeah, because of the balance issue that we were noting before. We need a thingy here, though, an influencer here. Where's the influencer at for this mess? Right there. I hope I didn't. Hope I didn't. Good. Let's do this and that and this, and we'll fill that area in. That'll be fine. So a little more power there. We can also expand our solar array, which is right here. Couple more times, maybe. I picked up that influencer there. Let's do that again. I think I only have enough stuff for 2 sets of solar panels. No, I have more. Yeah, I don't have enough for 1 more, though. I have enough for 3 stored up, because this is like 100 and... I can't remember how many. 143 or something? And then solar's getting made... Where in the heck? Solar getting made? Right here. Because we're staving up 500, so yeah, we have... It's more than 143 then. Either way, doesn't matter. The point is, it doesn't matter. How are you doing? Not quite there yet. We're about 1/3 of the way there. That's not good. So, let's see. Given the time, why don't we pause briefly and come back in a little bit when that's ready, colonize, and then kind of make that be an episode. So we'll be right back with that colonization ship, I guess. Right back. Yes. And welcome back. Some time has passed. If you remember, we were only doing 1/100th of the speed, so, or 1/100th, well, whatever. We're producing like one item every 256. So, it's, a bit slow. Or wait, we were producing 4 of these every 256, and 2 of these, or 1 of these every 256, 2 of those every 256, something like that. So either way, it took a while, and we're almost there. I ended up adding some motor production. I had a third one for a little while in order to catch up because they were quite a bit behind, and now they got just a little bit ahead. And then we're going to interrupt this, so I can take that out. We're going to interrupt this and put them in, put them back in order, or in. Put it back to the other setting. In the meantime, while this has been going, I have upgraded some of the power, the rest of the power, I think, except for, if I can find it, parts of this one, because I ran out of furnaces, but we actually have all of that now, or most of those now, I should say. Yes, I know, position already occupied, thank you. And that's all I have, so actually I need a few more. I upgraded most of that one. I upgraded these 2 here. And then, of course, we added that third one down here, too. So we have a bit more power production, and we added a bunch of that, too. So time is now passing. I'm keeping an eye on this because it's kind of necessary. But we do have a little bit of time left. But I figured I would do that power upgrade while we were at it. I thought about doing the RT1 upgrade, adding 2 more, or adding 1 more set, and I didn't do it. But what I did do is I added some extras to the ends of these belts so that we could do some more research. And then I did the solar bonus as well while we were waiting. And that finished at some point that I didn't notice. So we can go ahead and do the burner as well here. And that'll take a little bit of time, but not nearly as much time because it's only 4,000 RT1s. But this way, these will burn through the buffer just a little bit faster than they're being produced, which I think is fine also in that case. So we have like double of the RT2 consumption, I think. I think we doubled those. Or did we not double those? We may not have doubled those. We doubled the RT3s and RT4s, or about doubled the RT3s. But I just added a few to the RT1s. So we'll see how that plays out too. But still, keep an eye on this because I want to stop them as soon as they fill up each prospective item, or each distinct item. So the motors are just about done here. 8, 9, and here's 1,000. As it drops, we can delete the inserter for now. And then we'll have to wait just a little bit longer for the chips and computers, but not too much longer. And then once that produces, I want to put that out onto this belt. That'll chug over here, where I did one more change. I moved this belt up 1, and I have positioned 2 boxes here. And this is what we're going to do until the thing is done. We're going to put arms on these, and we're going to set this filter. So this filter up here, this thing, yeah, plug-in filter, is going to be just cargo ships. What's the difference there? Oh, yeah, there's titanium. Just cargo ships. And this one will be just... I'm sorry, not that. This one will be just colonizer ships. That way we can control what gets added a little bit. Not great, but a little bit. And that'll be good for now. So we can see the little filter selection on there. And that way they will go into a box and they will just sit in the box as opposed to sitting on the belt and occupying space. That way when it's time to make the next colonizer, for example, to go to another planet, then we can just switch the recipe over. Once it gets done, it can chug along the belt and go into the box, and then we'll be good. Or maybe if we work on, if we switch to working on something we don't need a bunch of stuff shipped via the cargo ships, then we can maybe make a few of those other colonizers, since we do know we're going to need to have 11 of them in total. So unless I'm misunderstanding things, which will be something we'll have to learn about. All right, computers are just a few away now. It is almost time. 7, 8, 9, and 1,000. Delete. I'm going to put it over here just so that I remember that that's what it is. And then 8, 9, and 1,000. Okay, now that's going to take 2 minutes 11 seconds to craft, so we got a little bit of time to wait. But we can do that waiting. And let's take a look at that power that I was upgrading, for example. This one? Yes. 6. Yeah, these don't make very fast. But that's okay, because how often we're really going to build this power? Compared to, let's say, solar, where we have enough to build 1.5. We've made about enough to build 1, since we built that many moons ago. So it's not great, but I think it's fast enough for what our consumption is, and that's all that really matters, or our increased consumption is, and that's all that really matters. Actually, what would be nice is if we made, and I vaguely recall having had this conversation with Martin, and I understand why you can't, but it'd be kind of nice to be able to say, okay, I'm never going to use burners Mark 1 again. So I would like to pull them out of this storage, or the ether, basically, and pull them into the burner Mark 2, burner Mark 3 recipe chain here, instead of making all new burner Mark 1s all the time. Which, speaking of which, we actually never upgraded the stone, which is the problem why those are going so slowly. I meant to do that, meant to expand this to a full belt, and then maybe even go Mark 2, and I didn't. So I'm going to have to do that too. Maybe we'll do that in the next episode if I remember that far. Let's see, do we get that thing made yet? Not there. There we are. Still going. It is 76%. These have all finished. We have 5 in the ether of the landing zones and the rockets. We have 1 in the hand, and then 2 in the machine, plus enough stuff to make 2 more in the machine, because that's how they work. And same thing goes here. 5 in the ether, 1 in the hand, 2 in the machine, and enough stuff for 2 more. So we are ready to have basically 9 of them right away, which is too many, really. Maybe I should have set that limit to like 2. But you never know. We might need them. There it goes. What makes me nervous, though, with this is how... switch that back to cargo now. We can take these. Yeah, I still don't really know what I'm doing there. I'm still doing weird things, and Martin suggested that it might be I'm holding the mouse click too long, but I don't think I am. I guess I could be. Either way, so this is going to chug along here, and it's going to take a little bit of time for it to get there. I don't even know where it is. We're in here? There it is. Because we're only running at Mark 1 belts, we could get there faster, but it's fine. It'll be fine. And we're just about done with that burner power, too. That's good. Another 50 RT1s, which is just 500 RT1s, which is some number of cycles. Did I ever take down? I did not. So actually, we're still making all these, too. I forgot we still had all this still here, which is fine. Who cares? Let's leave it, right? Right. Yeah, because we're making 50 here and 100 here. So, wherever it is. Here, because this is Mark 2s. So, we're making 150, and we're processing 150 or so. Actually, 154, because I added 4 more furnaces here. So, that's why the number is what it is. If I can find it without going slowly. There it is. I just saw it. It barely was visible in the scrolling of the screen. And that research finished. Let's go to V-search again and take a look one more time. Or whatever we want to do next. So we could do arms Mark 4, but we aren't even really using the 3s yet, so I think I'm going to wait on that. We can't do this because we need 1 RT5. This is mining time is faster. I think we could do that. Minus 5% mining time. Eventually that means that we will we'll be able to use fewer miners with faster arms to mine more efficiently. For now, in the practical, it doesn't really make any difference, but might as well. Well, fewer arms or lower tier arms, I guess, with the faster arms. Fewer miners or lower tier miners with the faster arms. A long way. Just made that shorter. Okay, but we're going here, right? This is colonization. Oopsie. It's the black nose, yeah. Colonization. And this is the silver nose, so that's the cargo. There it is. Almost there. Slow boat. Okay, so this should be now filling up the things we need, by the way, for a cargo ship. It needs a lot less motors and chips and computers, of course. I mean, the number was crazy, which is why it took so long. This might be fast enough. It might not be fast enough. Definitely don't need 2 of these builds, but I didn't bother deleting the second one because we're already, you know, already half again more, and we're only halfway there on those. But it's fine. It doesn't really matter. It's just not going to make as much. Here we are. Did you get there and I was off yammering, or are you not there yet? Oh, there it is. It just got there. Nice. And that tells me that, hey, there's something in there. Nice. Okay, so let's take, not that. Let's take a plain old one here, and let's see if we can colonize Jeff. That. And it just launched. Did you see that launch? Let's see if we can see it in space. I don't know how this works, because I've never played this game this far. Yes, there it is. It's a little slow. It's going to take a minute. All right. Well, we'll get it there. So I think the delta V affects the time that it. I think that's affecting the time that it takes for the rocket to reach there. ETA 10 more minutes. Oh. Okay, well then I'm going to pause, and we'll catch back up again when it gets nearly there. Because I don't want to sit here for 10 minutes and watch it, and I don't think I want to expand this episode to include anything else. So I'll be right back again. And we're back once again. The ship is now just over a minute away from Jeff. And we hopefully will be landing there momentarily. And then next time or so, we can figure out how to actually do something beyond this by shipping cargo back and forth. But we'll have to figure out how that puzzle works after in the next episode, because colonization was quite the achievement this time, I think. Probably going to ship maybe some solar and batteries over. I mean, I don't know how shipping works yet. We'll have to figure that part out. And then maybe, you know, some of the things we can do to build until we get some stuff being made locally here. I think that would make sense too, if we can. This is much smaller. This moon is much smaller, of course, but at least we do have titanium here. So we can, one of the things we're going to do is probably ship over a launch platform, if we can, and bundle up some titanium and ship that back home, one way or the other, whether we smelt it here or not, I don't know. There's no coal here, though, so... we landed. So the next task is we successfully colonized planet Jeff. Fulfill tutorial set for colonize. The next is cargo flight. We need to place a landing zone on the colonized planet and link the launch pad with it from the configuration dialog of the launch pad. Place the cargo ship in the launch pad, then fuel it with the items you'd like to transport. So from my conversation with Martin, the is that titanium there? Yes, it is. It seems as if, let's see, we should have an influence, a base, I should say, a starter. We have one available. Let's make sure we get a bunch of stuff picked up here. There's no coal, so we want to ship over maybe some electric furnaces. That would be nice to do. Maybe we just do like that, or here's a better... problem is I want space to build in. Yeah, maybe do like that. Should ship over some influences then, maybe. Put that starter down, and then we should also have here a few other things. So we have some influencers, we have some chests, we have some providers, we have one lab, we have, I believe, one landing zone. We do. So that'll be how we get things here to begin with. I don't think we have anything for power. Oh, we have 20 burners available. Mark 1's available. We obviously don't have 2s and 3s here, but we can start with the ones we have. But we don't have anything to burn, so I don't know how we're going to make that work exactly. But maybe we just ship over in one of our first rockets. We ship over solar and then batteries, and we get those going. And then we have some miners. We have some assemblers. We have some furnace burners, but we can't use them because we don't have any coal. Unless we ship coal. We could ship coal. A few arms, Mark 1, short ones, and a few belts, short one, or Mark 1s. And I don't think we have any of the other pieces here. So it's kind of like starting over, but also kind of not, because we have a planet to feed us. But I think what we'll do is we'll leave this here with a freshly colonized Jeff, and we will come back and figure out how we want to ship the items from one place to the other, and then get started on that task. So thank you all for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.